Mirror, mirror on the wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Okay. Mr. CR, what up? You're now rocking with the best. Big brother dribble almighty. Knit check. Knit check. That ain't looking right. Peace. YouTube is on fire with Lil Meech. Oh man, that little creep. What y'all think about the picture? Peace. Brick City. What up? What up? What up? Stony Creek. Let me clap it up for the knitted supporters. Y'all going crazy, man. Jacinto Reyes, Jared Weston, Alan Gordon, Miguel Ortiz, Curtis out of Philadelphia. I can't stress this enough. Heavy knittage connoisseurs, man. The knits is going crazy. Do y'all be seeing my work in y'all city? Yo. Follow on Instagram at @IamGullyTV_. Pee-wee, I appreciate you, man. Your dedication to this YouTube channel is simply profound, and I love you to death. Just got my grape knit today. Ungrateful little critter. Yeah, he's a little creep, man. He's a little creep. This is the same guy about a week ago. He text messaged 50 and told him, fuck Ross. He just gave my pops a little money and shit like that. And now, there he is. He said Lil Meech is a clown for that move. We be giving him too much credit. He's a square. He went to private school and shit like that. So he hasn't been tested. He's not seasoned. He's not seasoned, man. He hasn't been through anything, man. He don't know anything. 50 said Big Meech was bragging about doing ecstasy to Lil Meech and he wanted to be like his pops. 50 had to send him to rehab. I was going to get to that. So, they said that, well, according to 50 Cent and allhiphop.com, Lil Meech was addicted to whippets. Whippets, I believe, is like helium or some shit that they have in aerosol cans. The fuel that they use for BB guns. Man, he said Gully got jumped. Jump these nuts in your mouth. So yeah, man, he was using this drug, whippets. You see these little niggas on YouTube and shit spraying aerosol cans in their face and shit like that. They be inhaling that shit till they pass out. I guess he was on that type shit. And he ultimately had to be put in rehab. He said, you mad? Let me get your goofy ass out of here, man. I sit at the top of this shit. When it comes to the profit margin and shit like that, when it comes to YouTube, I sit at the top of I sit amongst the top. I can't stress it enough, man. Man, I never thought it would get like this. Seriously, it's been literally raining money on me from all parts of the world, man. Like, you can't upset me. You can't do anything. You just wasting your time, man. I don't know, man. Go blow your head off with a rifle or something like that. Where do the Meeches go from here? The Flinneries ain't no good. The Flinnery niggas ain't no good, man. They ain't no good, man. Them niggas ain't no good, man. They morally corrupt. Southwest T wanted to kill Meech, his biological brother. Southwest was also stealing from Meech, re-rocking the bricks that he was buying and shit. Wanted to kill his brother. He said Meech was drawing too much attention. He wanted to kill him. And little Meech, he just running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Black on black crime. The Flinneries, we gonna call them niggas the Flint Flams. The Flint Flams, man. Them niggas would do anything for some money, man. Rappers like Rick Ross will rock with them just because. Rick Ross is actually using them niggas. Rick Ross don't care about them niggas. He just wanted to get in 50 Cent's mix. He did. He just wanted to get in 50 Cent's mix. And he's using them niggas. The picture that he has with Lil Meech, I guess that's the best he could come up with. 50 Cent got that show shut down. Well, shit that transpired on these YouTube streets got that show shut down. And that hurt. That hurt his pockets, and I know it hurt his pride. You know what I'm saying? He executed great destruction as far as suppressing that show. Ross, do you still think you Big Meech? He ended up at the same party with Ross, Floyd's birthday party. Floyd wanted to pick with Ross and Lil Meech. You know and I know that this is a political statement. A picture of them guys together is a political statement. But Lil Meech posted it on his Instagram with the caption, "Real Power." Only thing is, right, he didn't have the nuts. He didn't have the nuts to leave the caption. To leave his comments open and shit. He didn't want anybody commenting on that picture. He know that YouTube is gonna have their way with him, so he disabled the comment section. That's something that I've never done. I've taken my licks. Whatever issue I had going on YouTube, if a motherfucker had something to say, the comment section was wide open. I think that's a sign of weakness. I think it's a sign of weakness. I do. Ross is a user. He only cares about himself. Kingpin kids are always trash. Oh, boy. Rest in peace to Valletta Wallace, Biggie Small's mother. She passed away in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. That's over in the Poconos. That's where a lot of people from New York City move when they getting out the city and shit. I don't know why they move out there. That shit is deserted. I guess after living in, apartments and shit, tenement buildings, apartments, you got a motherfucker on both sides of you, above you and below you. You be wanting to get away from people. So Stroudsburg, that's probably a change of scenery. But she passed away out there. Jesus Ramirez. Oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. That's still my song, man. That's the war chant. You only hear it when some shit about to go down. For real. Real men move in silence. All this shit is weird. It ain't like that no more. It ain't like that no more. These niggas film everything. They do. It was a time when only guys like me and, Arliss Michaels, Doggy Diamonds, the DVD, the media guys, we was the only ones that was running around with cameras and taking pictures and posting pictures and shit. We was doing all this shit in MySpace. Now everybody does it. Your favorite gangsters doing it. Your drug kingpins that you admire so much, they doing it. Everybody's doing it. Floyd stayed disabling his comments on a low. It's a lot cheaper to move to PA. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's Stroudsburg is deserted. It's on Interstate 80. If you ever travel through 80, you know that shit is deserted, man. It ain't nothing out there. I'm talking about it's the middle of fucking nowhere. It's the middle of nowhere, but a lot of people move from New York City, move over there, you know, to the Poconos and shit like that. I couldn't do it. He said, man, that shit boring as fuck. I used to live in Scranton. It's crazy, all these drug dealers, killers online talking about everything. Gully Garcia is responding to Philly First 48 on I think Oskino's perfectly capable of handling that situation. I don't think there's nothing that, me personally, I don't think it's nothing that Garcia can say to justify his actions. I did listen to some of his live stream, but at the end of the day, you call an old bum and old and all this shit. Ain't nobody buying that, my nigga. You were in his videos when you had nothing. So the statement it don't carry no impact that you approaching it that way, talking about money and like he broke and all of this shit. I don't think he's broke. I don't. He's always on somebody's platform. I'm pretty sure he getting paid. He be on Vlad TV a lot. He be on Sean Cotton a lot. He doing this thing. He got a new record out. I think he's doing really, really well at this point. I told him the other day that this is a season. I talked to Oskino on the phone the other night. We talked for about 40 minutes. The whole idea that he's crazy and shit like that, that nigga ain't crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with that nigga. That nigga always acted the same and shit. I'm not a fan of Whack 100, but he was right about 50 about to destroy the BMF name. I think the name has already been terribly damaged. And it was more than likely, it was God's plan. People shouldn't be glorifying, in this day and age, people shouldn't be glorifying somebody like Big Meech. There's great men amongst us. There's great men amongst us. I believe the owner of Fuddruckers is a black man. There's great people amongst us that should be acknowledged. It don't say much about us if we, invest all of our admiration in drug dealers and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, everybody went to the fucking penitentiary and shit. But it's some people out here that's really, really impressive. I'm really, really impressed by some of the things the entrepreneurs that I just seen it the other day. A black couple, went crazy with the CMOS, made millions of dollars and shit like that. There's people amongst us getting busy without the risks of going to the penitentiary or getting killed. And we should glorify that and hold those people in a high regard. If we do that, then it will lead to other people doing the same thing and shit. In regards to the whole, Big Meech thing, with me, I got plans for myself for the future and shit, and I invest every dollar I touch. You know what I'm saying? And he just happened to be a hot topic. Before him, it was Diddy. Before him, it was Alpo. It was, what's the other nigga name? It was Rollo. I don't care what happens with these dudes. I got plans, man. I got plans, and I be executing my plans like a motherfucker, man. Like, I just happen to be here. But I've actually executed, you know how people say they got a 5-year plan? I've executed a 5-year plan 5 times and shit. I'm on my 6th 5-year plan and shit. And I'm building upon each 5 years and shit. But the whole topic of this video is, Lil Meech is showing he's making terrible decisions. Posting that picture, it's clown shit, low vibrational clown shit. Bird Gang World, I appreciate your super chat. 50 Cent, when Meech was in prison, I'm pretty sure it wasn't I'm pretty sure Meech going to prison changed the Flannery's life, meaning Little Meech and his mother and shit like that. I just found out the other day that he was trying to rap at a point. Wasn't nobody paying no attention to that nigga as an MC. And 50 Cent took him, put him through acting school, put him in an apartment in Los Angeles, and really threw him in the game and shit. Like he prior to that BMF TV show, he didn't mean anything to nobody. And he had been on camera for years. He was on the DVDs. He was always on camera, but he didn't mean anything. 50 Cent put that little nigga in the game, right? And his father did something that caused detriment to the business relationship. So 50 Cent stepped off on him. I would never let nobody else's actions corrupt my character and shit. Meaning, people have done things to me, right? This happened to me a few months ago. G4 Jers, I appreciate your super chat. I brokered a deal for somebody, right? This guy was supposed to be on my album, this rapper, right? He was supposed to be on my album. He hit me up and he asked me, he said, yo, I see you close with Roscoe P. Cold Chain. Could you introduce us? I want to do a song with him. I hit Roscoe up and I didn't ask Roscoe to do the song. I told Roscoe every reason why it was important that he did a song with this particular artist, right? And he did it. And after he did it, he thanked me for it and shit. Roscoe thanked me for it, right? Boom. This person, now I did this favor for this guy, right? It came time for this dude to get on my album, and I was contacting him. The nigga wouldn't even open my messages or nothing. So this is how I ended it. I said, hey, he had been on one of my albums prior. He was on PILLMATIC 1. I said, hey, man, you know, maybe your schedule isn't allowing you to be able to participate in, you know, this compilation, this volume 2. You know, maybe your schedule isn't permitting you to be able to, you know, participate in this volume 2. But guess what? I appreciate you for getting on volume 1. Thanks a lot. And that's how I ended him. When I said that to him, I was done talking to him. You dig? Because he did get on part 1, but he played me for part 2. And he played me after I did a favor for him. So I said, cool, no harm, no foul. I knew why he didn't want to get on my volume 2. It was because things I said about Taj Mahal and shit. Great God. This is what it was about. These dick-sucking niggas be doing this chump shit. So, I knew what it was about, but I kept it pushing. You know, can't nobody force me to pick up my dribble and shit. It's not gonna happen. Boom. Roscoe hit me up and he said, hey, man, I need some advice from you. I said, what's up? He said, I got this song, right? And I have this song with somebody. And I sent it to Pusha T, my man. And Pusha's gonna get on the song, right? I'm like, word? I'm like, that's what's up. He was like, but this is the only hitch. He was like, he wants me to take such and such off of this song. He said he wants me to take such and such off of the song. What do you think I should do? I said, don't take him off that song, yo. I said, I wouldn't do that. I said, I wouldn't do that. I said, if Pusha love you, he gon' do for you. I said, how about you go about it like this? Why don't you put out your song with Homeboy? And then when it's time for Pusha to get on the song, put Pusha on the remix and just have you and Pusha on the remix. That way, you don't damage any relationships that you have. You dig? I provided a resolution. And he said, yeah, that's what's up. He said, I appreciate that. He said, that's what's up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll just keep Homeboy on the song, and then I'll put Pusha on the remix. That way, I don't have to, you know, damage my relationship with anybody. While this is going on, this dude is already giving me his ass to kiss. The guy that Roscoe was gonna take off of this song, he had already gave me his ass to kiss. But when Roscoe came to me and asked me, should he take him off of a song that Pusha T was gonna be on, I told him, I said, nah, don't do that. I said, don't do that. I said, nah, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I never even told Roscoe that this person gave me their ass to kiss. I just kept it to myself. But in this business, it be a lot of corrupt shit going on. And I say all of this to say I would never let nobody else's actions corrupt my character, my moral character and shit. If you a creep, that's who you are and shit. I'm Jamil, 24/7, 365 days out the year and shit. Straight like that. I don't do the tit for tat shit, man. Like, I eat a lot of shit. Like, I suck it up, man, all the time, man. And you know what I do? It's always been like this. If somebody did something to me, and this goes on in my real life, I get disrespected in my real life. Family, friends, acquaintances, double cross, all that shit happened to me. You know what I do? I pick up my MacBook, I put in more work. I go to the gym, I put in more work. I do everything possible to elevate Jamil. And what happens is the people that give me their ass to kiss, I force them into a position where they ultimately regret it, where they ultimately want to be down and shit. But you can't be down. You can't even apologize. We're not even gonna have a discussion about what you did or anything and shit. Me being in that movie that I did with Luke Steffen, that was my get back to somebody and shit. Somebody had to deal with that, with seeing me on film and shit, seeing my name in the credits and shit like that. That was my retaliatory gesture. Success. That's how I get back at people. I put in work. I elevate my position, and I buy myself nice things. I treat myself good, and that's how I get back to rotten people. Get back at rotten people, for real. But Meech, Little Meech, he's a child. He obviously immature. No matter what 50 Cent did, 50 Cent decided to not fuck with him no more. His reaction was to go take a picture with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather and post a picture and say real power, because 50 Cent has the show called Power and shit. That's the best he could come up with. But when you see something like that happens, that's why 50 Cent that's why he don't be playing around with niggas. That's why he don't be playing around with niggas. You know what I'm saying? When he, the way he operate, it's for shit just like that. It's for shit just like that. Straight up. For real. Meech is a baby. Little Meech should keep it quiet. 50 helped your fam. The stupid from the youngin' is beyond me. He probably don't got common sense. A lot of people, common sense ain't very common all the time. Straight up. Meech is stupid. 50 took care of his kid and his family. The Flannerys, they we all watching this shit transpire live, man. And I wanted to get on here and say, if 50 Cent wanted to hurt the young nigga, he would have been told us that the boy was on drugs. He didn't reveal that the nigga was getting high until he posted that picture with Rose and Floyd Mayweather Jr., at which point 50 revealed to everybody that he had to put him in rehab. So not only did he put you in an apartment in Los Angeles, he put you through acting school. When you got on drugs, he put you in a rehabilitation center. I think that was a great display of generosity. And he got his ass to kiss. Big Meech didn't even respect the boy putting his son in rehab. It's a shame. And we know that celebrity kids, they be fucked up. A lot of them end up getting on drugs and shit like that. These young niggas move off pure emotion and ego nowadays. Why y'all act like 50 wasn't benefiting from them? You tell me who was in the greater position. 50 Cent had already been on a a win streak as far as putting out like hit shows on Stars, right? He had already conquered Stars, Raising Canaan, Power, whatever the fuck. I don't watch them shows and shit, but I know that he had went on a winning streak with Power or some shit like that. Didn't he make Mary J. Blige an actor? Didn't didn't he make Mary J. Blige an actor? So you have a drug organization who has a story that's valuable. People have interest in it. Who you gonna take it to? Who you gonna take it to? If you have that story, who are you going to take it to? Where you gonna take it? Are you gonna take it to BET? BET owned by white folks. You couldn't take it to nobody else. Are you gonna take it to Tyler Perry? That's another black man that's in the film. Tyler Perry wasn't gonna fuck with that, or he wouldn't know how to fuck with it. Where would you take it besides 50 Cent? Where would you take it? Where would you take it? How about we take it to somebody who's winning, who's already dynamic in this field? They said it themselves. 50 Cent, Meech was communicating with his sons and his family from prison, and he was like, 50 Cent is gonna fuck with us, man. Don't do nothing to fuck it up and shit. We need this. That's what he said. HBO said no. 50 has it locked in that category. Little Meech is just a spoiled kid trying to be like his dad. Showtime said no. So all of these networks that's, owned and operated by white people, they probably didn't see any value in the BMF story and shit. But somebody like 50 Cent, he understands the value in the story. And he chose to put that shit together. He said Tyler Perry would have made Southwest T a blade. Little Meech, 15 minutes is up. I want to see where he said something. He said Tyler Perry would have made him a blade. Hey, yo, I'm interested to see. Y'all be tripping in these comments. I'm interested in seeing what happens with Little Meech from here. What do y'all expect to happen with him from here? What do y'all expect to happen for him from here? Maybe Tubi. Tubi ain't all of that. I'm on Tubi. If everybody is on it, it ain't all of that. Like, you'll see some funny shit with Tubi movies. Shout out to Luke Steffen and the guys that, Kwame T, the guys that wrote Cream, Crystal the Doll, everybody that appreciate it. We put out a good one. But it's a lot of bullshit on Tubi. Let's call it what it is. It's the Chitlin circuit. It is. Tubi is the Chitlin circuit. For those who can't get on Amazon Prime or Netflix, you can get on Tubi and shit. And it's a lot of garbage on Tubi. So if that's his fate, that's not a win-win. That's a fall from grace. Stars was kind of like network television. He said Fox owns Tubi. Tubi is hood ghetto. He said Tyler Perry making Southwest T a blade is crazy work. Only thing he can do is be a rapper now. I don't think he can be a rapper. I don't think he don't have the charisma to be a rapper. I don't think people would buy his music. What is he gonna talk about? What is he gonna talk about? It's not gonna work. It ain't. No way. He don't even got the image. I was watching an interview with Tony Ayo on Vlad TV. He had some money. 50 Cent gave him some millions. Allegedly, he blew a lot of that money on clothes and shit. What the fuck is up with these niggas buying $10,000 jeans? You know how retarded you gotta buy? You know how retarded you gotta be to buy $10,000 jeans? That is pure insanity. That's pure insanity. You know how retarded you gotta be to buy $10,000 jeans? He said chrome heart jeans. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane, man. Do you know that you and niggas know about this? You could put on some $10,000 jeans, man, and a girl won't even acknowledge that shit, man. They don't know what the fuck that is. They don't place bitches don't place value in the jeans that you wearing. You ain't gonna fuck cause you got on some $10,000 jeans, man. You just jack that off. You just jack that dime off, man. Some niggas deserve to be broke. Some niggas deserve to be broke, man. You ain't promised no pussy for no $10,000 jeans. That's what niggas get fresh for. You know what I'm saying? Trying to knock a bitch and shit, man. Like, you ain't get. There's no advantage to buying $10,000 jeans. They made them jeans for niggas. Nobody else is gonna pay $10,000 for jeans except for black folks. Black folks is the only one that find value in dumb shit like that. For real. They ain't make them for white folks. Ain't no white people gonna be able to pay no $10,000 for no goddamn jeans. White people be wearing American Eagle jeans and Walmart shit. Like nobody $10,000. That's insane. That's crazy. But a fool and his money shall soon part, and that's why he running around here like a chicken with his head cut off. He just was trying to promote people's mixtapes and albums and clothing lines. He just made a post the other day. Hey, if you got anything going on, hit me up. And now you want to advertise and promo and shit. Like the desperation is showing. It is. He said white folks wear that stuff too. Don't get it twisted. Man, if you go to Chrome Heart and ask them who is buying their clothes, they gonna tell you who buying them their clothes. They gonna tell you who buying their clothes. Niggas who ain't got no goddamn education and got low self-esteem. What value can you possibly find in $10,000 jeans? That makes no sense at all. It don't. Ralph Lauren wears clothes from Walmart. So do Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett even eat McDonald's food every day. That's crazy. That shit'll kill you. When he was trying to rap, not a soul was pushing his music. No posts, no reposts, no support, nobody trying to feature on his shit, none of that. He said, no, they don't. Rich white people dress like nerds. Aerosmith started the Chrome Heart craze. I bet you the motherfuckers was a couple $100 when they was wearing them. I bet you they was just in the hundreds. 5-figure jeans, that don't make no goddamn sense. We've seen niggas who was on the top of entertainment business. We seen what happens to niggas that spend their money like that. Dame Dash. Dame Dash had that type of money. He was probably a $10,000 jean wearing nigga, and look what happened. He can't even afford to get his fucking teeth fixed. He can't even afford to get his goddamn teeth fixed. Niggas' priorities be in the wrong fucking places and shit. It do. Tony Yale said he not spending $10K for no jeans. Hell nah. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z or Nas ain't wearing $10,000 jeans. Fuck no. Man, I'm wearing sweats. I'm wearing sweats. Let's just keep it real, right? Jeans ain't even all that comfortable and shit. They're not. Jeans aren't comfortable. I don't give a fuck what type of jeans. Once joggers and shit went crazy and shit like that, jeans almost became obsolete in my closet. Like, I had to look around and I like cargos and shit like that. Like, it's like a denim and it's kind of like a sweatpants too. Like, I like cargos. I like cargo pants and shit like that. But jeans ain't even comfortable. Like, who the fuck wears $10,000 jeans? That don't make no sense. I remember Dame Dash saying he don't wear the same socks twice. I bet that changed. Blacks would never pay a black designer 10K for their brand of jeans, but if it's white or European, they all in it. Think I agree with you. The older you get, the less you wear jeans. Yeah. Just look at Adam Sandler, filthy rich and buys $10 pants. That might be the right way to approach it. Anyway, that's one of the reasons that, you see in the desperation with the Flannerys. They used to live in a certain way. His father was famous for making it rain, selling a bunch of bricks and going to the goddamn strip club and throwing that shit in the air. When niggas was doing that, that should have been studied. That should have been a mental health. There should have been some type of diagnosis for that. When a motherfucker gets some money and go and throw it in the goddamn air, you should probably get a check. you probably should get a fucking check. Like you probably need to get a check, a legitimate check, like in some mental health counseling. You got to be slow to do some shit like that. That makes no goddamn sense. And I was never with it. I was never with that. I wasn't at all. They had a baby elephant in a club. Man, that nigga had a whole bunch of fucking wild animals in the club. They throw it for male attention, like Cam Newton said. Reminds me of Mayweather burning $100 bills. More nigga shit. More nigga shit. They said a baby up. Meech had a party in Atlanta called Meech. It was the theme was Meech of the Jungle. Y'all didn't see the documentary? Them federal agents was looking at that party through them binoculars. One of the federal agents like, yo, tell me what you see. Elephants. The other agent was like, what? Elephants? You fucking serious, man? Let me see that. Pass the other agent the motherfucking binoculars. This motherfucker got elephants and giraffes and shit in the club. Oh my God. He said, what? Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that. He said they had a cheetah too. Y'all didn't know that they had wild animals in the club. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all didn't know that. Come the fuck on, man. Y'all serious? He said, you crazy, Gully. I'm not lying. Y'all can Google that shit. Google Meech had the party with the wild animals and shit. This ain't no damn joke. This ain't no joke. He said, I remember that party in the A. Man, that nigga was going crazy, man. He's a special kind of drug kingpin, yo. For real. This is like when the feds was on Little D. They saw Hammer was at the birthday party. They said it was time to kick in the door. I was in the Bay Area around some high-powered pimps. They refer to themselves as Macs at this point in their lives and shit. A Mac is a pimp that'll get money from all type of angles and shit. He might gamble. He might pump a pack. He might do some scamming. He still checks some paper from a bitch. But he told me that in the late 60s, early 70s, they was riding around in the Bay Area with monkeys in their car and shit. For real. As a matter of fact, I spoke to Ron Newt on the phone. He told me that Michael Jackson got Bubbles. And back in the day, Michael Jackson had a monkey named Bubbles. He used to be on, in magazines and shit on TV and shit like that. Ron Newt was like, man, that nigga got that shit for me. Straight up. Niggas getting so much motherfucking money, they start buying exotic pets. These motherfuckers riding around in the Bay Area in Rolls Royces with monkeys in the motherfucking passenger seat. He said that was true. Yeah. He said Max sounds like a pedigree money from all angles. That's what it is. I wonder how many Magic City strippers became rich off BMF throwing money. I believe some of them went to college. All them chicks that, you know, be stripping, they don't be in there just sucking dicks and shit like that. Some of them be trying to really, you know, make some power moves and shit. Allegedly, Bubbles had an attitude and Mike had to check it a couple times. What cities is in here this evening? I appreciate y'all coming through. Super chatters, I appreciate y'all. I'm about to get back. I've been on the road. I've been taking care of some things, man. I ain't fucking around with this internet shit, man. I'm doing my fucking thing for real. And I'm about to get back to the original content. And the clip is loaded. I'm about to go on a run. I just want y'all to know. Savannah, Georgia, Jackson, Mississippi, London, Anniston, Alabama, Vancouver, Far Rock, Newport News, Chicago, Cleveland, Oakland, Detroit, Silver Springs, Chesapeake, St. Louis, Louisiana, BX, 757, Akron, Frisco, Brooklyn, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Newark, Baltimore, Boston, Oakland, London, Cincinnati. My man said I'll be in Red Hook around 12 a.m. Minneapolis, Detroit, Norfolk, Akron, Springfield, Massachusetts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a lot of good men now to be celebrated amongst us. I agree with you. There's some inventors amongst us. We really need to get our heads out of the whole entertainment bubble. For real. For real. I can't stress this enough. I want to share some with y'all. When you open up your your cell phone app and you get on YouTube and shit like that, pay attention to the type of content YouTube be pushing at you. This is what they think of you. This is what they think of you. For real, it's almost stereotypical and shit. Like when you open up your phone and you see what's coming at you, you know how much ingenious, brilliant, groundbreaking information is on YouTube. Stock information, Bitcoin information, health and fitness, shit that'll save your life. But when you open up your phone, that's not what you see, is it? That's not what you see. We gotta search for the knowledge and shit. We gotta type it into the search engine and shit and try to like reprogram the algorithm, because the algorithm states that all of us is on the same level. And what we want is Charleston White, Whack 100, Big Meech News, Who's Snitching, my booty hole brown, all that ignorant shit. This is what they think about us, man. I just wanted to sit that on your cap. For real. He said, and you won't see it until you look for it. All facts. Facts. Straight up. So that's just something that you want to be mindful of. But back to the topic. 50 Cent, I don't know how long he's going to go with this, because it's kind of getting old at this point. You got so much money was made off of Big Meech this month. It's time for us to move on to something else. What you think about Garcia coming back at O? I don't think he could come back at O. I don't think he could come back. Now, he could say his piece, but I don't think there's any potency in it. You can't shit on a stunt on a nigga that took you to get your first Rolex. You can't. You can't stunt on a nigga that was paying the way and shit. You're on camera, you're on film, running behind him with, basically looking like his little man and shit. And Oskino got a reputation for showing love to niggas that was in the underground and shit like that. You can't get you some jewelry and stick out your chest and start talking this big money shit like you like that. It's not authentic. It's not. What you think about Diddy's lawyer stepping down? That'll tell you a lot about the climate of that case. It's gonna be hectic. Everybody had beefs with 50 ends up in a pen. Meech is in a lose-lose situation. How did your pops influence you? Oh man, incredible hustler. But I ain't gonna tell it to you. You can buy this book, and the early chapters in this book, I speak about my father on how he dated Phyllis Hyman, how I used to wake up in the crib and shit and see Rick James in the crib. Um, he hung out with Teddy Pendergrass and the boss players of his time and shit. His pictures on my Instagram of my mother and father on their way to the Ali Frazier fights and shit like that. Frank Lucas wasn't the only one in the building and shit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the only one in the building that night with the furs and shit on, man. My mom and pops was there. I got the pictures and shit. But if you want to know how he influenced me, I think the greatest influence on a young man is his father and just being present. You'll just pick up everything naturally and shit, you know what I'm saying? And there's never been someone that I admire more than my father. I'm very, very thankful for my mother for never trying to, well, she tried to. My mom got married and she tried to interject someone else. And I was like, man, is you crazy? You out your damn mind. I shot at the nigga. I popped at the nigga that my mom married. He the first nigga I shot at. I was that dedicated to my father and shit. And just everything I know, everything, cufflinks, furs, diamonds, having nice things. You know, I used to be in my father had movie projectors in the crib and, in the early 80s and shit, watching kung fu movies in the crib and shit, like, just a super baller, man, you know what I mean? Nice frame on him and shit. Used to, box and shit like that. Was fitness conscious and shit. It just don't get better than, having a role model in the crib and shit. So I had two. I had my father and my brother and shit, my older brother and shit. He said they try to manipulate the kids. I wasn't going for it. And ultimately, my mom and pops ended up back together and shit. You know what I'm saying? They did. They was together. He made kids in the streets. She stepped off, did what she did. She married a motherfucker, but ultimately she came back to the nigga that mean the most to her. It's hard to step in them shoes, man, when a nigga that had you at Ali fights and shit like that. Like, you can't encounter no greater man than that. Like, for real. He said you look like a Hebrew Israelite in that hat. What you mean, black and conscious? Is that what you mean? I fuck with the Israelites. My great-grandmother had some really nice furs. Black people always have money. We just got to make better choices with it. We got the business acumen. We've proven to be hard workers. We built this country and shit. So, get out and get you some, man. Like, I can't stress that enough. I try to convey that message to younger cats online and shit. And I try to lead by example, but when it comes to, like, coming up and shit like that, this is the greatest country on earth. Like, you can wake up in the... Man, listen. I was on the phone with my cousin last night, man, while we rapping and shit, man. This nigga hit a scratch-off ticket and shit. This nigga started screaming and shit. I'm like, what's up, man? Like, this motherfucker hit a scratch-off ticket. I felt he should have gave me a few of them dollars, man. But this is the greatest country in the world, man. Don't ever forget that. Gully, you and Lord Jamar look like y'all should be kin. We God Cypher Divine and shit. We is kin. He said, how much you want? I ain't gonna tell you. But, he was like, man, let me get the fuck off this phone. Like, he was ready to go to sleep. He was ready to go to sleep because he, in the morning, he going to cash that motherfucking ticket. Word up. Gully, do you practice semen retention? Your skin glowing. I tried semen retention. I was incarcerated. Yo, 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 straight up. Man, I'm free, man. Letting this gun blow, man. Straight up. Letting this gun blow. Straight up. But my skin, I take good care of myself, man. Did you see my video of me eating the sour sop? I posted the sour sop on Instagram. I showed y'all I paid $70 for a sour sop. I mean, and I seen a lot of y'all in my comments saying that y'all got the sop, man. Send a motherfucker some sour sop, man. You niggas in Florida and shit talking about, man, I got a sour sop tree in my yard and shit like that. Man, send a motherfucker some sour sop, man. What's wrong with you niggas, man? Y'all don't value that shit. Let me cop, man. I cop. I need 12. I need 12 sour sops, man. Let me cop, man. Hit me on Instagram. I'm dead serious, man. I'm trying to cop, man. Send me some sour sop, but that's what it's from. Take good care of yourself. Get to the gym. Work on your cardiovascular system, burpees and all of that. The world is yours. Peace, big brother Dribble Almighty. Pull up champ, thank you for your super chat. Sour sop is the cancer killer. I had sour sop today. I had jackfruit today. I'm heavy on the exotic fruits right now. Straight up. He said $70 is wild. I know, but I got it from this Instagram page called Miami Fruit. They got all the exotic fruits on there. They'll ship it to you anywhere in the country and shit. You know what I'm saying? My niggas from Brooklyn was hitting me up like, man, they got them in Flatbush, man. Like, my niggas in Florida was like, this is an Asian market. In Florida, they got it. It was niggas telling me, yo, my grandmother got the tree, like, people in the South. Man, send me some motherfucking sour sop, man. He said, was your dad from PA? Because he sounded like a Midwest player. Yeah. Nah, my pops from Mississippi and shit. They sell it for $20 in the BX. I need some sour sop, man. I took all of the seeds out. I'm planting them seeds and shit. I've been ordering fruit from them for years. Well, I'm down. It's higher in the colder regions, but here in the South it's cheap, man. Send a nigga some sour sop. Is Meek career over? Meek Mill was bunny hopping in front of some white folks. You tell me. What could he say to us after doing some shit like that? We don't want to hear you rap about spinning the block. We don't want to hear you rap about your car and shit like that or how much money you got. We don't want to hear none of that shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Once that nigga did that goofy shit, he was dead to the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, he betrayed us. That shit, man, I was hurt about that shit. Man. Like, he wasn't my favorite artist, but I'm black like him. Like, my nigga, what the fuck is you doing, man? What you bugging the fuck out, man? Like, don't you see? These niggas are sexing you right now. They sexing you, man. They psychologically sexing you. What could make a man tell another man to jump up and down like a bunny rabbit and hold his hands like that? What the fuck is that? What you think that is? That's fucking racism. This dumb, big lip black motherfucker don't even know that he's being fucking mistreated and weird ass nigga, man. Like, you can't say nothing thorough to me after that. I don't want to hear your music or nothing. Meek been running off dreams and nightmares for damn near 15 years. Nigga's a weirdo, yo. Meek said he got that from prison. I was in Pennsylvania prisons. Don't nobody be doing no fucking bunny hopping in jail, man. Don't nobody be doing no bunny hopping in jail. Not in a million fucking years. He said breaking him in. Yeah, buck breaking. That's what they did to him. To break this black motherfucker. He said it was Meek idea. You really think it was Meek idea? You think Meek, a black guy, just from North Philly but claims South Philly. He's from Philadelphia. You think a black guy got around a bunch of rich motherfuckers and said, yo, we're gonna gamble for bunny hops. Niggas don't even do that. That's not no black shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do push-ups. We don't bunny hop. That is some European shit. That's some some frat shit. You know what I'm saying? So he said broke him in front of everybody. Yeah, same way that they broke Mike Tyson when they showed his rear end on camera and shit. This is what we do to y'all heroes. Y'all gotta pay attention to the psychological, subliminal suggestions. That's what Minister Farrakhan called it. Subliminal suggestions. Get Mike Tyson in the ring with Jake Paul. Give him some money and humiliate him. Show his naked ass on camera and shit. He said if that's the case, why we ain't see the white folks bunny hopping? Man, that just wasn't no nigga shit, man. Some things I've been through. TheRealDribble.com. Get you an autographed copy of this, man. Shout out to everybody. I hope y'all been watching my cheat code videos, man. I've been giving y'all cheat codes on how to be a better man and shit. Education and fitness, that's what we pushing. Education, fitness, and eating holistics. Eating holistically, for real. Soursop, sea moss, black seed oil, oregano oil, everything that's gonna make a nigga gorgeous and shit, man. That's what we pushing over here. Y'all got it? Word. Anyway, man, it's been almost an hour and shit. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at No Various Porks, man. No Various Porks, man. We don't eat pork, man. I'm trying to get y'all off the meat, man. Ground beef is just as detrimental. It's totally it consists a lot of saturated fat that clogs arteries and shit, leads to niggas having strokes and shit like that. So the red meat ain't no good either. But the various porks, man, I'm totally against it, man. For real. Little meat, little baby getting sandwiched by Michael Rubin at the party made you look at him different. I keep telling them chemotherapy is killing you faster. Soursop is key. I'm going to share another fruit with y'all. It's called cherimoya. It's just like soursop. I had cherimoya all last week. It got the big seeds in it just like soursop. The pulp looked just like soursop. It's incredible. It's incredible fruit. Cherimoya. Fuck with that. For real. Anyway, he said, you eat chicken and lamb? Nah, I ain't ate chicken in a long-ass time, man. Like, double figures. Like, 10 years, 11 years. There was a documentary that came out called What the Health. It scared me to death. And it changed my lifestyle as far as eating. It changed it forever. I eat the papaya seeds. They black, yeah. I eat them. Chew them up, too. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications, man. The zip code, we're going to hit y'all with another episode soon. Shout out to Zip with the Drip. Shout out to Dogface. Dogface TV, the niggas I've been working with. Follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. Y'all got it? IamGullyTV_. Make sure that y'all follow me on IG. Y'all don't want to miss anything, man. And pay attention to them cheat code videos, man. It's a whole lot of game that can save your life. He said, do you eat turkey? Nah. Hell nah. I'm out, man. Y'all have a great evening. Peace.